if you are trying to apply for the Ghanaian chip embedded passport, this is one, right? So you can see that is what we are currently using in the country right now. So for your child, whether you are outside the country or you are within the country, never and never make this mistake. Yet other than that, your passport will be delayed, right? So basically there are two things that you need if you want to apply for the passport. That is these two things here, right? So that is the birth certificate and some other documents that you need to attach to it. Now, number one, if you are trying or you are making a preparation to apply for the passport for your child, and then I'm going to discuss three different cases here. We have seen this a lot. Yeah, on many times on many occasions. And I say a registered travel consultant. Cases in India already. So case number one is where the father has vanished. So because the father has vanished, most of the lady or maybe the women will say that, okay, they don't know the child father whereabouts, or it was a rape case. So there was a woman, this we've seen it a lot of times. So there was a woman who was applying for, he wanted to apply for the child visa application for family reunion. So according to her, she did the birth certificate earlier on. So here in this case, it is the stepfather that is taking care of the child. Are you getting it? So in that case here, they put the stepfather on the birth certificate. The Ghanaian birth certificate has a portion. Almost every birth certificate in this world has a portion whereby they say your father details as well as what your mother's details. So they put the stepfather on that portion, right? So they put the stepfather because the stepfather that is taking care of the child. That is it. But when it comes to some of the visa application process, you have to know the country where you are applying. If it is accepted with the other documents attached to it, then you are free to go. But my advice to you is that if you don't have that power, right? So especially a country like Europe, I've seen it's not gonna be accepted, right? It's not gonna be accepted. They won't accept. We don't know if the immigration law will change in the near future, but at the time of making this video, then you can't use the stepfather in place of the biological father and then come and pick your child. Is that okay? Now, that is why you have to be very, very, very extra careful if you are trying to do this. So what do you have to do? What is the way forward here? So the way forward here is that if you are doing the birth certificate and you know that your case is a rape case, you don't know the whereabouts of the child father, don't put anything there. Men for baby and show. Right? Birth and death have a way of doing that. They will not put anything in place of the father. So that one tells any authority a catcher or baby in charge and say any authority say this particular person has no child. Is that okay? They don't know the whereabouts of that child. Other than putting your guiding your last time on one of my platforms, I think on TikTok, Obi friend said she wants to change the parent details on the birth certificate. It's never done like that. Your parents are one, right? We are not talking about tradition here. You can't say oh papa nuya, ayo papa, oh mami nuya, ayo mami. Nipa ba kupe ne di uba sa sewe. So that is your mother and then your father, right? So mistakenly they put the guardian's name on the birth certificate. Most of the country, when you get to the critical point, they require a DNA test. Especially because of the child trafficking and other things, some request for a DNA. When it comes to the DNA, into and as a stepfather and a DNA. No, that is not the case. So you have to make sure that you are very, very careful if you are doing something. Always seek help ahead of whatever you want to do. Is that okay? Now, don't put anything there and then leave it like that, right? And then you can fill in the application form and then proceed from that point. Bear in mind, if it's for visa application, you must get a custody. So maybe I have a video on that here. So if you have a processing for any visa application, let me know in the comment section if you have a case like this. Now, on the second note here is that if one of the parents is outside the country, how do you go about it? Okay, so if one of the parents is outside the country, then what you have to do is that assuming the father is outside the country, the father of the child is outside the country, and that's a obano, and any mommy, a colony mommy, then this is all you have to do. You need mostly the best side you can, or the safer side you can do is that you get a consent from the father, and as any papa any ID. Now the account application, do you get it? Now, all fill a form now. You make sure that you put in the address of the father and then the country in which he is on the application form to show that the father is not in the country at the moment, right? It is all fill a passport form. If you don't know how to fill that, you can check that on our portal here, right? So on the YouTube channel here, right? Or maybe there are a lot of videos circulating around. You can even go and see how to fill in those forms. Right? And so make sure you put those things there. And then remember, the name on the birth certificate as the father portion, it should be the same name. And I'll be fill out application form also. Are you getting it? Well, the papa ID, account application form. Now, for you as a mother, you have to send our child to the passport office for the picture taking. Now, only need aqua picture. You are the best to answer those questions in case of anything or situation like that. Alright, so case number 3. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more or less. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment in the comment section. We'll be glad to. You can also book us for any consultations. Okay, men free for free, because most of you have been calling in the long run. Say it's go against us for the time taking and then the banding and the other stuff. If you need our help aside this video, make sure that you book a consultation before you reach out to you. Case number 3. So case number 3 here is that both parents are outside the country. That one happens to me personally. My sister and the husband, let's say, I have like I'm with 4 of me. Of I say 4, how many are they? 4, right? So if they are more than that, but currently those are their parents are not in the country. Both parents are not in the country; they are outside the country. Then their passport has expired. Until I expire, and they have to renew that. So in the process of renewal, how did you go about both parents are outside? So me as a guardian, me and me or more fan, me also me do call passport office for the picture taking. Are you getting it? So you fill in the form in the portions of the guardianship. One say you put your guardian details here, me details show, and then my other brother details is also there, and I did show her on. So but here there's a critical thing here. So one thing you have to pay attention to that now there's an update in the system. Unlike the first one, so now we are using a chip embedded. So day in, day out, things are changing. So here, first they used to take, passport office used to take an affidavit, a guardianship affidavit, showing that you are the one taking the children are in your custody. When I was showing Colano in the absence of their parents. So that guardianship, you don't need to send it to court, right? So now you have to send that to the judicial service. Is that okay? You have to say, you see, these are all documents of the people. So this is exactly what we have been doing. So we know you've seen a lot. Yahunya money will bring. Is that okay? Yahunya money will bring. So let me show you how the guardianship or the court one looks like. Then you know how to do your thing if you are applying. So perfect. So here's one. I have a copy here. This has been processed already, right? So this one has been processed already. So this is it. In the matter of the statutory declaration at so you see, notary public have been doing this, or another a commissioner of oath, right? So in the matter of the statutory declaration by Nipana or by me, sure, me sure confirming his or I'm confirming my oath guardianship. So you need the address and the other. So you see, this is a sample, right? So this is a sample, and then this is a court letter, judicial service court letter. Now, so you have to make sure. You see, if you don't know how to do it, and you need it, just type in the comment section guardianship. I will help you with this particular paper here, right? And then I'll attach it to the application and go and then submit it. So this one has to contain the details of the parent, right? So the details of the parent, that is the mother and then the father. In the case where the father is unknown, you put unknown in a bracket, right? And put it there because this one has to contain the details of all the two biological parents as well as the address where they are. So the latter part says that I hereby give my full consent and approval to this application. Wherefore I make this solemnly and sincerely declaration continuously or consensuously. You see, we are not here to read. But so if you have to understand the concept if you are applying for these things like that. Is that okay? So by the way, do you have any question? Let me know in the comment section below, right? For more than a comment in the comment section if you need any help or if you need our guideline to just make sure that you comment. You can check out our email around and email us for our personal direct contact for any help. Thank you for watching.